She needs to heal. Like, honestly, like, she went through a real toxic situation. I'll never condone that. If you're going through a toxic relationship, sis, you need to heal. You need to take time for yourself. You need to find out who you are and figure out why you stayed in that relationship. I don't even want to hear it's because of the kids, because it should be because of the kids that you leave.
You might have to take notes on this bitch. Famous and Wealthy Podcast, we have Cheyenne, man, one of the number one primary brokers I ever dealt with, man. She funds all of my clients with the best primaries. I don't know how, man, because there's a lot of people out here who do not report to all bureaus, but she is the number one lady. I never wanted to reveal my secret. But today on Famous and Wealthy, we're going to drop jewels today, man. You know, we have Cheyenne in the building, man. How are you?
I'm doing well, Kevo. Thank you for having me.
Where are you from, for everybody that don't know?
I am from Worcester, Massachusetts. It is a very small city in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts is like, what is that?
It's a Commonwealth state, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's pretty much nothing there.
So basically, how did you actually get into, you know, the primary game?
So I was dating this guy.
Yeah.
And, you know, just being around him, I was learning a lot and networking and just gaining knowledge. And what I realized is this is something that everybody needs.
Exactly.
Literally, like, everybody wants a fast car, an exotic car,
Definitely
mortgages, high limit credit cards.
Okay.
You know, so,
Yeah.
but the deciding factor of that is credit.
Exactly.
So, you know, when I was doing more of my research, I found that a lot of people that were offering primaries that don't report to all three credit bureaus.
Exactly.
So where does that make sense?
Exactly.
It doesn't.
No, it really don't. That's the reason why, like I said, when I found out about you, I was just like, okay, well, you know, let me see if she can, you know, really do what she do, you know. And like I said, you done helped over, what, 15, 16 people, you know what I mean, that I know then helped all they friends and they friends. So I was just like, you know what, let me put her on a podcast, man, and let's spread the wealth, man. You know, I ain't no hater. You know, I love to see everybody win. That's one thing about me. I'm one of them type of people that just love to see people get on to the top. But, like, I want to know, like this, right? So, credit, right? I know you've been into credit, you know. What else is it that you do besides credit, you know, primaries and stuff? Because I know that gets a little overwhelming and stuff like that.
So I also help tax professionals start their tax businesses. So I set them up with mentorship, marketing, get them started with payroll, how to run their own team, how to run a business, and also to expand their business and become a service bureau. So you could make millions off taxes. I have. So
if somebody wanted to get all the knowledge, all the game that you have, right, and they wanted to learn step by step from you, everything that you know, what would you charge them for mentorship?
So my mentorship starts at $50,000, and that is literally walking beside me. Everything that I know, I teach, I mentor, I share all of my knowledge, literally. So everything that I know, you will be able to utilize and grow, expand your business, help other people. As far as me just selling the sauce, I do offer that as well, but it's really not worth it to me.
Yeah.
You know, because if I'm selling mentorship, then why would I go and sell something?
Exactly.
So
it's a waste of time.
And it's not worth it to my client as well. If you can get a whole package, then why would you want to?
Yeah,
you know,
shortcut.
Yes.
No, for sure. So basically, what was life growing up for you?
Oh, well, the first word that came to mind was struggle. Like my parents were drug addicts, and it was really just me and my brother. I have other siblings, but they were adopted, so it was really just me and my brother, who were 2 years apart.
Yeah.
And just kind of really surviving, and literally didn't have any lights, no food in the fridge, just, everyday American struggle that kids shouldn't have to go through, right?
Right.
So as I'm growing and realizing this is not how I want to live my life when I'm older, I had my first child at 19, and just having that child, I was like, you know what? I will never allow my child to go through what I went through. And that's really how I got into taxes as well. I got into taxes first because I was doing my family's taxes.
Right.
And just seeing that I could get them a high refund, it brought me joy. You
Right.
know,
Right.
a lot of people, they wait for tax time to get an apartment or get a car, you know. So just at first it started with that, like having that joy to be able to get people the max back. And then it turned into something bigger, like, okay, how can I get people a Lambo if they want one, a nice house,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
like an Amex card. And
Yeah.
I'm doing these for my clients, you know, I've done them from, you've sent me people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's truly a
No, that's
blessing
a
to be
blessing
here.
though, for
Yes.
sure. Yeah, that is a blessing. I like every time I think about it, I'm like, damn, it ain't too many people that I know that can really, put, really good primaries on credit and stuff like that. And it's a rare thing that, being from where you from, like still being able to make those connections by like staying out there. Cause you haven't made a move, or have you moved to a big city yet, or no?
So I am in the process of moving to
Okay.
Miami.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yes.
Yeah. So
And
how is like your relationship status, and like your love status, like how is that going, like by being a successful person, like how has like is it distraction, or like are you still able to make money and still date,
so
like how does that work?
so I'm actually engaged to
Yeah.
a female, and she's absolutely my number one support. She supports me in everything that I do. And truly, I feel like if you have the right partner behind you, then you can go to extreme heights.
Right.
You know, especially like being a single mom, and the fact that she supports me and watches the kids, and when I'm able to be here.
Oh,
You know what I
wow.
mean?
Yeah,
So
it's amazing.
like, and it's like having a best friend. So
Right. Yeah,
yeah.
that's a hey.
I mean, but I know some toxic relationships where you got to leave them behind, though.
Yeah.
I got some friends like that. Like, sis, you got to let them go so you could move on. But I don't got that.
Right.
Yeah.
So have you felt like, do you feel like like a girl that's watching right now, do you feel like, if she's in like a really, really bad situation, in order for her to get successful, that she needs to like leave the relationship now before it's too late?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
like, because there's a lot of girls that's watching right now that's struggling, that feel like,
Yes.
oh, I'm never going to make it. I'm never going to be where I need to
Yes.
be. What can you tell them that they're missing out on that they could change?
Well, I feel like you are who you surround yourself with. So if you're with somebody, right? So you're in a relationship with somebody, you're spending most of your time with them. So if you're with somebody that's negative, bringing you down, and they're not helping your success, then that's stalling your progress.
Right.
And to be honest, I've been there before. So, the fact that you have to first realize that you're in that situation, and want better for yourself, because people could tell you good advice, and it's up to you to actually take that step and move on with your life.
Right.
And there's so much out there, like even just with the mentorship that I offer,
Right.
like I've been there. Like I was that girl that wanted mentorship and literally had to do everything on my own. I had to figure things out. I had to make the networking by myself, meet people by myself. But I did it,
So basically, for anybody that's watching, you would say they should definitely take the risk, because being scared to take the risk, you wouldn't get to where you need to be, basically.
Absolutely. Scared
Yeah.
money really does
Don't
not
make
make any
money.
money.
Right.
And if you cannot take risks and invest in yourself, or even, like take risks, invest in yourself, and believe in yourself, then
I feel like most people don't believe in themselves, though, to be honest. Like a lot of people, I'm sure you met, like 80% of people don't really believe in themselves. Like they do, but they really don't.
yes,
You can kind of tell by how tight they are with their income, especially involving actually doing mentorship, or actually investing in programs or courses, or taking certain studies with different, what I mean, like
well,
I see a lot of people that don't really invest.
I feel like something really just gotta click for you.
All
like
right.
like You could want all the finer things in life. You can want a successful business, but if you don't invest in yourself and if it doesn't just click like, okay, let me go all in. You have to really go all in into your business, into yourself in order for you to see results. And if it doesn't click for you, then you're just going to keep plateauing. That's just what's going to happen.
No, for sure. For sure. What are your goals for 2025?
My biggest goal is that I want to have 1,000 mentees this year for this upcoming tax season. I want 1,000 mentees. I'm already almost halfway there.
Yeah.
So, I really just truly enjoy helping people better themselves and seeing the progress. Like, I have mentors right now that are like, oh my goodness, thank you. Like, I made $1 million this year.
Yeah.
They didn't even see that was possible. And it is possible.
Right.
My first tax season, I remember my mentor, which I had to change. My first mentor that I had, she said to everybody, what you have to have a goal, how many clients you want to do. Now, this is my first tax season that I'm talking about. And I said 277, right? Because my goal was to make $100,000 my first tax season. And this is like 8 years ago.
Yeah, wow.
So she was like, you have to be more realistic with your goal.
What?
And I was like, yeah, it's time for me to get a new mentor because who are you to put a cap on?
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
So that was
that's a good example, definitely. Like, because people are trying to lower your swag because they not thinking big.
Yeah. And mind you, let me just say this. My first tax season 7 years ago, I made over $1 million. My first tax season.
Wow.
Yep.
Damn. So you know some sauce. You definitely know some. So that's definitely good to tap in with that mentorship. Like I tell y'all, anybody that's watching, like I just told y'all, she does everybody's primaries.
Yes.
And anybody who does taxes, most likely she taught them a lot and they don't tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I really play the back scene. Like I don't like to be out in front and center. I enjoy watching my mentees like come up and I'm sitting back watching like a proud mama.
Yeah.
So like most of the girls in the tax industry, the big girls, like I've mentored them. Right. I've gotten them to where they're at.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy.
Yes.
Man, so like I say, man, a lot of people don't, like to put people on, the front, but I said, man, let me put you out there and let me just let them know who really running the bag up, you know what I mean, the right way. But I was about to say this. I know you've been seeing what's been going on in the news, right? With, the celebrities and stuff like that. What you think about the Offset Cardi B situation?
Like how she got a new man?
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I mean, I feel like she's living her best life.
Okay.
Like Offset was like being a dog. What's wrong with that? Like I truly believe, like, girl, go ahead, do you? It's time. It's been time.
So I seen something about academics say that she left Offset, but the guy that she's messing with now is worse.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they said it. They said it.
I mean, but for real though, why? He's a football player and he's young.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they basically saying that they were saying that they saying that if Offset is a dog, they said she got a bigger dog. Like basically like.
Well, then she needs to heal.
Yeah.
She needs to heal. Like honestly, like she went through a real toxic situation. I'll never condone that. If you're going through a toxic relationship, sis, you need to heal. You need to take time for yourself. You need to find out who you are and figure out why you stayed in that relationship. I don't even want to hear it's because of the kids. Because it should be because of the kids that you leave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm so yeah.
Damn. Cause I mean I seen the photo of them on the court side and stuff like that. And I know he got a baby on the way right now. You know what I mean? I don't know if you knew.
The football player?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, he got a baby on the way.
It's not Cardi's?
No, it's not Cardi.
Oh, goodness. Well, I guess she gonna be taking care of stepmommy.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So shit, Foden got the kid on the way. But like I said, it's not everybody saying it's not like, um, she said that they're together, or he said that they're together.
Right, they just stepped
They
out.
just was just chilling at a
Yeah.
game.
I mean, so who knows? Maybe they just hitting it.
Yeah, hitting it off.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, if they just hitting it, they shouldn't have went out in public like that.
Yeah,
Holding
I
hands.
mean,
I saw the little
yeah.
hand thing
Okay,
going.
okay. What about what else I seen? What about the Diddy? You know, Diddy and
The
Cassie.
baby oil.
Yeah, the Diddy and the Cassie case. You know, they just wrapped it up. They said that the husband used to watch them do stuff in the bedroom. How do you feel about that whole little case?
Honestly, I feel like Cassie is wrong. Like I feel like she had him pay him out, and then you're pressing charges. Like, isn't that kind of messed
Yeah,
up? Like
yeah,
you took the money, and then you still trying to get the man to like lose everything, like his freedom. When you took the money, you should at least, you get what I'm saying. And why didn't none of this stuff come out before? It's
yeah,
all coming out now.
yeah. I'm kind of confused about it all too, though. Like, it's like first it was a lawsuit, and then I feel like since it went so bad, it's like they like forced the like, oh well, since you're gonna get all this money, or you're gonna have to really do what you got to do now. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
testify and do this and do that, and it's just like it's crazy. Like me watching them, like damn. But they said that the husband, her and her husband, was involved in everything. So if if they were involved in everything, don't you think that they should get in trouble too?
Right. And and that means it was consensual. I even saw that Diddy was pissing in her mouth and paying other people to piss in her mouth.
Yeah, but I feel like if you were, that's just like okay, if if you do a crime, right, and this person, if, and they're locking him up, but you were in on a crime, how do you get money and press charges on a crime that you were involved in?
Yeah, it makes no
That's why
sense.
I said it's all a scam. It's all scammed out. Like I don't understand it.
Yeah.
It's just, but only thing that they can use crazy, which they gonna steady show it, is him dragging her. He should have never did that.
I
That
know
was I
he
can't give
forced
him
it a
that.
little
That was
bit.
crazy.
But he openly apologized though.
Yeah, but the way he dragged her out is still was crazy.
No, it
I'm
was, but
still
he acknowledged it though.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's what they're using so bad to make them seem
Yeah.
like the worst in the world, like that. And then she could just because they see that video seem so bad, and then she could say, "Well, he did this, and this, and then forced me to do this, and that."
And then it paints a picture.
Yeah, so it's like makes them seem horrible by just
Yes.
off that video.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, well that video was horrible though.
No, it was.
Like I felt bad for her.
It was.
And she was very young, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So
But what do you feel about, you know, they saying that her husband actually watched them have intercourse?
I think they was freaky as hell and they was in on everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they finesse folks out of his bag and then trying to get
But
folks locked up.
yeah, exactly. And are they still married?
Her and that man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was probably all a plan.
Yeah, I believe it was too.
That's crazy.
That's a crazy. That's bad. I ain't gonna lie, it's bad. But
Are you doing that? Like if you had a wife, you gonna watch another man?
no, that's weird.
Exactly.
I feel like I feel like that's a lot of drugs and
Yes.
alcohol mixed
Yes.
with like. I don't think that that's normal.
It's not.
I feel like it's
It's
like I said, it's a high thing. Like when you look at the case, it showed there was a lot of drugs involved and a lot of alcohol involved. So it's like they wasn't their self,
right.
to be honest.
So do you think that he needs rehab and not imprisonment?
Who did he?
I mean, he's probably not doing drugs now, but it happened so long ago that it's like,
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know. It's just crazy just seeing it. Like, wow, you know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
But I thought more names was gonna get brought up, but I guess not.
Me too. I could have sworn Jay-Z's name was gonna come out.
Yeah, but it didn't. So who knows? So, what's the most expensive car you think you got one of your mentees off the primaries?
I mean, all types of cars. from lambs to Bentleys to
Roses and stuff.
roses to
Yeah.
Porsches to
Yeah.
honestly
Everything really.
whatever they want they can get.
Right. Right. Right.
So it really whatever they want they can get with my primaries.
Right. Right. Okay. Shoot, man. So you got anything? You know, as far as guides, that they can go get. Like, where could they, purchase your guides and stuff like that from?
Yeah, so my links are all on my social media platforms. I have all types of guides.
Right. So what would it? What, on like a stand store or something?
Yes.
Oh, you got a stand
Yes, I
store.
have a stand store.
So as far as guides and courses and stuff like that on your stand store, right? What kind of guides are you going to be, providing to people?
So I have literally everything you would need. When you
Yeah.
go to my stand store, you're going to see literally everything. I have guides on credit,
Yeah.
trade lines, primaries, taxes, even like for tax professionals, what's hidden, like
Yeah, right.
literally anything that you would need it's on my stand store.
So with the taxes, right? I know a lot of people do the software? What's to the software like? I be hearing about a lot of people that do the taxes. They got tax software. What is that?
Yeah, so tax software is basically what you use to electronically file your taxes, right? So there's tax preparation fees and then there's tax software fees.
Right.
So it's like a whole other world of income that you can be getting that a lot of tax professionals working under mentors, they're not getting because they don't own the software. They're not the service bureau,
Oh.
right? So there's a software fee, there's the e-file fee, there's the audit and protection fee. There's a lot of fees that a lot of tax professionals are just not getting because they don't have any knowledge of this. They don't even know what a service bureau is. So what I do is I mentor my mentees on how to run their own successful tax business and accumulate all of the money, not just a portion.
Wow.
Yes.
No, that's amazing.
And it just really it allows them to take their business to the next level and scale their business to tremendous heights.
So how old can a person be to actually get into, learning about the primaries in the tax business?
Oh, I mean, I have clients that are in their 80s.
Wow.
Yes, like you're never too late.
What about like 18?
You could be younger.
Mm.
I have a client that's 17 years old.
Oh, damn.
Uh-huh.
So if you watching, you can learn how to do taxes and you can learn the primary game early and old.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's hard.
Absolutely.
So that tax thing really make a lot of money, huh?
Oh, millions.
I see a lot of people that do the tax game and I be like, damn. I be seeing them running up 13, 14 million, 5 million, 8 million.
A lot of them I trained.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. A lot of them I trained. And honestly, when you have the right mentor, I always, and I stand firm on this. When you have a mentor, everybody needs a mentor.
Yeah.
Even drug addicts, they get the sponsors because the sponsors are in a place where the drug addict want to be, which is sober. So if you have a mentor that is somewhere that you are trying to be, you're aspiring to be, then I recommend that because they're going to teach you things that you don't know on your own. You get what I'm saying? And not for nothing, you can learn it on your own, but if it's going to take 2-3 years to learn it rather than you're coming to me and I'm teaching you first day, first week, you're off and running.
I definitely feel like there's a lot of people that like hurry up and rush and go file their taxes. And I'd rather be that person. I'd rather just pay you and like learn how to do my own taxes. Right. You know what I mean? That's where I get maximum and I can file all my friends' taxes and like really make a bag. Like I feel like this is important information to know.
Yes. And that's how I got into taxes actually. Like I said, at first I was obviously paying other people to do my taxes. But then when I realized I could be doing this, I could be doing my own taxes. Then I started doing my family's taxes. You can everybody has to file taxes, no matter how rich or how poor you are. We all have to file taxes and it's not going anywhere. So with that being said, that means that there's so much money in this industry. Like it's out of this world.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yes. It really
Damn.
is.
That's wild. All right, so look, so how is it like, you know, not being able to, I know you can get a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
You choose, women over a guy, right? Like, why is that though?
Well, I mean, women are sexy. Like, do you see them?
Yeah. Yeah.
But honestly, I can't really emotionally connect with a man. Like, I feel like I'm kind of dominant, and I feel like that may intimidate a man. Like, I feel like, I don't know.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you basically feel like um you are more dominant, like you don't think a guy can be more dominant than you.
I feel like a guy can't like get me to that submissive, like my submissive self. Like
Oh.
ever. Like
Oh.
even like my kid's father, right? Like I remember when one time we were in the car, this is years ago. We were in the car and I pulled up to the gas station and I was about to get out to pump the gas. And he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm gonna pump the gas." And he's like, "No, you're not. Stay in the car." And I'm like, "No, no, no, it's okay. I'm gonna pump the gas." But I'm used to being with girls, and I feel like I'm also the man in the relationship when I'm with a female. So maybe that plays a part too.
Oh, okay. So I'm saying though, like, so how is it with girls? Like, are they like? Have you ever got cheated on by a girl or
Oh
anything?
yeah,
You have.
yeah, I have.
So my thing
Yes.
is, what's the difference from a girl and a like guy? Because they do the same thing, right? They both cheat. They both.
Well, I feel like women like I feel like they allow you to really they pour into you more. Like I feel like a guy wants you to pour into them more. Do you get what I'm saying? Even though it should be equal, I'm not saying like pour into, but like I'm talking about like support wise. I feel like when you get with a man, like they have a vision of how they're cuz you guys are natural providers, right? So you're naturally trying to set yourself up and your woman up for success. But like females, they don't usually think like that. They're like waiting for the man, and they might have success too, but they're like waiting for the man to like take control. Now I'm not like that. Like I already have my vision, my goals, my dreams, and my female is supportive of that. Like I feel like guys would be like trying to like, and it happens all the time. It happens all the time.
Yeah. Damn, that's rare.
Like even when I was opening up my new tax office, I was going to meet with this guy. We were talking about some nonprofit work that we were coming to do, and I was like, I have to go because I have to meet with this landlord, and he was like, "Oh, for what?" And I was like, "For my tax business." He was like, "Well, I have space here," and I was like, "No, I'm going to I'm looking at this office," and he was like, "Well, I really do have space here. Like, you don't have to do that." And it's like, no, I'm doing that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like they're always trying to like, because they're natural providers.
Oh,
So
right.
they're trying to help, but I don't need the help. If I
Right.
want the help, I'll ask.
Exactly. Damn.
And I feel like women, like me being with a woman, she kind of just takes the back seat and lets me like have her vision for us. And I appreciate that.
Right. Okay, I get it. I get it.
Yes.
So I mean, like, okay.
I don't even want to say backseat because she doesn't take backseat. She has great like highs about her, many highs
Yeah.
that I may have flaws and she's great at them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm very forgetful, but she remembers all my things.
Right. Right. So, like, for instance, if you wanted to pick up and move, which do you're moving or you going to another level, does it require her to be a part of? Meaning, like, let's say if you wanted to move to Miami tomorrow, do you have to ask her?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't
Because
have to ask her anything. She'll even say it herself. I'm going where my woman going. I'm doing what my woman's doing.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's good. That's
She's
good.
just a huge support. Like when I tell you she supports me in everything that I do. She trusts me. Like when we're about to make a huge purchase on something, she's like, "You know what? I trust you. I trust you with our finances. I trust you with our life." And she means it. And she walks it. Like she truly does.
Right. Damn, that's hard. Hey, that's rare, man. That's amazing to have somebody that's good like that in your corner. Definitely.
Yes.
So you haven't met a guy like that?
No, I have.
Oh, you have met
Yeah.
great
My
guys?
my baby's father was like that. He was an amazing man.
Oh,
He had money, amazing man, had goals, dreams, like taught me a lot of things, but it just wasn't there. Like I feel like it was just like, I mean, it wasn't. I can't emotionally, like I never connected with him
right.
or with any other guy. Like granted, like I could have good sex with a guy, like,
Yeah.
but as far as relationship, it's more so like, I don't know. Like
Yeah.
we just have good conversation
Right, right, right.
and good sex, if that's the
Yeah.
case.
True. Well, like that's how it be though, you know what I mean? Like some relationships are different, I guess. I never really like that's crazy. So you make a nice amount of money, you got a nice relationship, you doing well. You know what I mean? Your goals for 2025 is 1,000 mentees, you say.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean? You're gonna be helping a whole lot of people. You know what I mean? Started a primary joint, man. Um, where everybody can find you, like what's your
So
Instagram?
yeah, so my Instagram is the C Drayton. I'm on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube.
And how do they spell that?
It's THECDRAYTON.
Okay.
Wait.
And that's the Instagram. That's where they can find you. And that's where they can get the sauce.
Yes.
That's where
All
they
the
can get the
sauce.
mentorships.
Yes.
So all they gotta do is stop the video, go to your Instagram, DM you,
Yes.
tap in.
Yep.
I seen the YouTube video. I need a primary.
Yes.
I
And
want to learn a
let me just
tax.
repeat, I have the best primaries for auto, mortgages, credit cards, literally. Like whatever you need, you will get. Period.
You will get.
I mean, Kevo, you know.
Yes, I know. You will get. And also, you will get the tax sauce if you want the tax sauce.
Yep,
But
every
you
year.
gotta tap in for that mentorship because she is not going to give you the tax sauce without being in that mentorship. So if you got a bag, man, listen, I gave y'all her. I was hiding her for a long time. Now I'm putting her out here, man. So if y'all want to tap in with her for any tax game or any type of primaries, this is the woman right here, man. Make sure y'all tap in. Famous and Wealthy Podcast.